and welcome to the Artful Crew. Come along and we're going to have some fun creating some awesome artwork together, and we're going today to make some nature art just like the ones behind me. So come along, watch the video and grab your materials and let's go on an artful adventure together. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Artful Crew, and you can also find me on Instagram at the Artful Crew or at beckleydesigns.com/the Artful Crew for more information. Today we are going to be making some nature pictures and nature collages. First we're going to have a look at Jeannie Baker, and she's a picture book illustrator who uses natural materials to create collages. Now, a collage is when you cut and paste and glue and layer objects to create a picture. Now, she uses natural objects like flowers and leaves and twigs and sticks and bark to create her pictures. We're also going to look at another illustrator. It's a mother and daughter team, and they're called Vicky and Brooke, and they make some beautiful illustrations, and I love the way they've used natural objects like the leaf to create the wing of the bird and the tail, and the little bell flowers to create the lights above the tent. Alright, what do we need to make our nature collages? First we need some thick card or paper, some PVA glue or glue sticks, black markers, or some textures. But most important, we need some found objects from nature. You might want to find some things like flowers or seed pods, sticks, rocks, leaves and bark. You might want to go for a walk around your local neighbourhood, or have a look through your backyard to see what you could find and collect different objects. Here are a few of the things that I found on my walk with my boys. I found some gum nuts and some leaves, some camellia flowers, magnolia flowers, little seed pods, dandelions. All right, let's start creating. Let's first have a look at the objects that we have found. Have a think about what could be used for different things. These leaves look like they might be good for something that's long. So maybe it could be some legs or some arms, or it could be turned around to make a shape that you wanted, like a circle. These ones are also nice and long and skinny, and they've got some really cool texture to them as well. These might be good to fill in. They have a lot of space, and they're also really furry, so maybe it could be part of an animal's fur. I was looking at this one and I was like, oh, that would make a really nice skirt for a ballerina. We're going to start off with just using one object at a time to make a little creature. And it doesn't have to be realistic. It can be something from your mind or your imagination. So I'm going to start off with a little leaf. So I'm going to choose this one here, and I'm going to glue it down onto my paper. All right. Here we go, I've got my glue stick. I'm going to glue it down. You might need a lot of glue on these ones because they're not always straight, so they might move around if you don't. And we're simply going to do some little arms or legs or some little body parts to make it into a creature. So first of all, let's do some legs. Now think about legs. Some legs are really long and tall. You might do some long legs with big feet. Or you might do some very chunky wobbly legs with some little pointy feet. Your legs could be oval in shape. They could be square in shape. It could be made up of lots of different type of shapes. It's up to you what you would like to create. Now I'm going to choose to do, for this one, I can see lots of spikes, so I'm going to continue with that idea. And it's going to have some spiky legs with some long feet. Spike, 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 spikes. And this one's going to have some more spiky legs on this side. Spike, 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 spike. Spike, 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 and some big long feet here. I might do some claws on these feet. Some 3 claws. Okay, now let's have a think. What else does a creature maybe need? It might need some arms. So this time I'm just going to do some really simple line arms, and I'm going to put, you might have it waving, say hello, or you might have the hands on her hips, or it might be holding something. Have a think about what your creature is doing. So this one's going to be waving hello, I'm going to say, and the other arm is just going to be down on its by its side, and here's the hand. I'm saying hello, hello. Now, I'm going to need to do some eyes maybe, and maybe some hair. Now you could try and draw and see if it, on the object, some objects you might be able to draw on, some objects you might not be able to. So this one I'm going to try and see if I can draw on here. I'm going to try and draw. Oh, there we go, and some eyes. There we go. I feel like it needs some curly hair. There we go. And a nose and a mouth. There we go. Here's my first little creature. Now that we've had a turn of making a creature with just one natural object, we're going to make another creature with 2. So thinking about the body parts of the creature and choosing something a little bit different maybe. So this time I'm going to choose this interesting looking part of a plant. It's nice and textured and nice and long and thick. And I'm going to use a petal from my magnolia flower as well. I might even try and start it on a new piece of paper. Let's move this over. Here we go. All right, now because this is quite textured, using a glue stick might not quite work. You could try, but I'm going to use some PVA glue because it's going to do a better job of holding it down. So I'm going to just put some glue down here and stick that down there to hold it down. Alright, now this means usually PVA glue takes a little bit longer to dry, and so don't hold it up, just keep it nice and laying flat. And then I'm going to put my flower down here. And just do a little bit there. You could use a paintbrush and to do the glue as well. That would be able to cover the object nicely. Now, I'm looking at these 2 objects together and I'm thinking, oh, this looks like a nice big long neck, and this is looking like a body maybe of a dinosaur. So I'm going to turn mine into a dinosaur. So I'm going to do a nice head here. And maybe some eyes here. Big smiley face. There we go. And then I might put some big dinosaur plates on the back of its neck. Make it nice and interesting. Here we go. Now, I think you need some big stocky legs, so I'm going to do, here we go, and some big feet. And another one is one behind it, and one over here. Your dinosaur or your creature could have maybe an interesting, most creatures we see have maybe 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 legs. Usually they're even. Maybe you could do one that is odd. That would look very interesting. And it's going to have a little stumpy tail. I think it might need some big nails on its feet. There we go. I'm thinking it looks very interesting. You could maybe colour it in, draw a background for it as well if you wanted to. Alright, now that we've created a picture using 2 objects, let's try something a little bit more difficult using several more objects. So it's up to you how many you want to use. I'm going to create a portrait, but you can create any type of picture if you want to. You can continue with making your fun little creatures. Start on a new page and have a little bit of fun. Now, if you don't have PVA glue to help hold things down, you could always just leave it on the piece of paper and take a photo of it and send it to me. Thanks for joining me today as we created our wonderful artwork, and I'll see you next time. Bye!